Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story. As you can see, we just loaded into the world, and you may notice something different, and that being my audio. I have recently gotten a boom mic, a boom mic for my microphone, and as such, I've noticed a significant increase in audio quality. And I've also noticed that I've been able to make positive changes in the game volume. So hopefully this is all starting to sound more and more clear as I go along. Today, I think we're going to be setting out on an epic quest. With that being, last time we explored the east and we began to explore the west. But today we explored the north and the west. And today I'd like to head up here with a boat and I would like to start exploring the east and also down south a bit. So in order to make a raft, we are going to need quite a bit of logs and some rope. We can make this with cattails, 6 cattails of rope, so this is 18 and 12 logs. And then we are also going to need an oar, which is made with 2 more ropes, 2 more logs. So we need 14 logs, and we need 18, 24, we'll call it 30 cattails, I believe is the number. And let's see where we can get some cattails, because I remember, we were having some trouble. It looks like we can get some out this way. If we head that way, that's fine. I remember there's a ton out this way, I believe. So we will start heading this way. We have our axe with us, and we can chop down some of the local trees as well while we're heading over here. It also looks like we have berry bushes with some berries, so we will take advantage of that. I don't remember exactly where these cattails are, but I can't imagine I ran straight into the woods. So keeping that in mind, let's make our way this way. We could also take vines growing off trees as an alternative. In fact, it may be a nice alternative here in the woods, but we shall see how many vines we see. I do see a fruit tree that we didn't grab. Oh no, you're a birch tree, not a fruit tree. Whoops. Okay, here's some vines. So I would need a lot of these as well, but it would be less than the cattails. So this is 1 of 5 ropes that we have right here. Perfect. And here's 2 of 5 ropes. And then some, actually. Wonderful. We may actually have one of these vines back home. So since we're really just right over here, why don't we head home? One thing you're going to notice different with the volume is I have upped the game music. I do believe the game music is appropriate, but if it is inappropriate, I'll continue adjusting and tweaking, although I did do some experimentation with the game music, and again, I felt like it was at an appropriate level. You'll notice that the audio and just kind of the way we're doing things is kind of constantly in flux and adjusting, and that is just one of the quirks of this being a new channel. I'm still working on improving my style, finding my mojo, etc. And right now I haven't. We're getting much better, but we're still getting there. We have not got there yet. So let's head back this way. Because we're already 2 out of 5 ropes in, which is really good. And we can probably cut down some of the trees over here. Oh yeah, and I see more. I see plenty of vines that may actually cover us. Or get us pretty darn close. These big maple trees also. One of these will likely be all we need. Okay. So there is 1 and 2 more ropes. Get started on the 3rd rope that we're missing. And before we go looking for that, let's chop down this maple log. I know, the maple log is very exciting to chop down. How far are we? We're getting there. That's where I'd leave it at, is I'd say we are getting there, and probably not go much further. Wow, we are really getting there. Okay. Well, that should be all the wood we need and then some. So that is perfect. And I just need 2 more of these. So let's see if I can't find it over this way. Normally these are everywhere. Yes, I was going to say. So we should see some here pretty soon. Looks okay, never mind. Well, maybe. Okay. So I got wolves back there. That's good to know, and I can't really say that I'm surprised that there are more wolves in the area. If anything, I'd be surprised if there weren't more wolves in the area. So let's head back here and we can make our raft. It may be worth taking those wolves out, but again, I don't necessarily think that's for this time. I really do want to get to the exploration because we really should probably try to find a better area to set up a more permanent home in. And I do have an idea for what that more permanent home is. And once we have an area, we will begin preparations. So I want to start with building a maple raft, and then I can build a maple oar as well. And currently this is all we have for rafts in the game. I'm hoping that we get much more in the way of boating, and honestly I'm sure we will at some point, but right now this is all we have. So I think what we can do is we'll make our way up this way, and as we approach nightfall we will probably sleep with this trader, and then we will trek out across the stars, well, in the morning when there are no more stars, but we'll trek out across the vast oceans. So let's skedaddle this way, and I do think there's going to be quite a bit of skipping this episode in terms of time-lapsing, just because what we are going to be doing is a lot of running. And the longer the series goes on, the longer it's going to take to produce episodes because of needing to skip sections. So without further ado, I will see you all at the trader. Oh, okay. No, no, no I won't. No I won't. Hey, there's copper right there. That's good to know. Let's book it for the water. Book it for the water. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was way too close for comfort. I really do want to mark this copper, though. I don't know where it was. Oh my god, does he see us? Whoa, did you see that? There's one in the water. He must have drowned. Holy. Okay. That's fine. We can still make our way to the trader. We're just gonna have to go this way. This area is even more negatively alive than I thought it was. Okay. I can't imagine we'll run into anything here, since we know the bears are over there. You know what? That's a wolf. Okay. Okay. We're just going home. Forget everything I just talked about. We are going home. We've got wolves and bears to our north. We've got wolves by what I previously thought was a safe set of woods, and I previously thought this was a safe little trek that we had going for us here. I see we're going to need to do quite a bit more securing of our surroundings, and unfortunately that is not what I had planned for today, nor is this an area I want to see. Okay, I can do better than that. Secured, just because of how temporally unstable it is. But unfortunately, I'm starting to feel like we may have little or no other choice. Alright, let's eat this meal. Perfect. And let us sleep so that we can see everything in the daytime. Let's going to think about it here. Let's see what it's going to bring us to. We are at 10:30. And we're at 1:20. And it's going to wake us up at 4. Perfect. Alright. So now we're in a hurry because daytime is crack-a-lackin', as the kids say. And we are going to want to make our way right through here and past the bears, if possible. Emphasis on if possible, because now I'm uncertain about what's around us and what's safe and what's not. Okay. Pass through here. Hole in the ground. Nothing particularly exciting. Waterfall. Taking us by some woods. Okay. Looks like we had a stutter there. Not really sure what that's from. Okay. I think we're in the clear now. Let's start making our way in the general direction of the trader, but the trader is not necessarily what I'm looking for at the end of the day. There is the trader. I don't remember the trader being surrounded by this much foliage, but I guess it is, isn't it? I guess I just didn't recall the amount of foliage that was in this general area, considering, you know, it's a desert. But that's what I get, I suppose. Alright, we'll skirt our way around this forest. Although, where it is a pine forest, it is pretty easy to see everything. And we'll make our way this way. This chert and this paradite. Hole in the ground that does not immediately present anything exciting. But perhaps one day we'll come back and see for sure. I do not like this at all. We're gonna have to just book it for this direction. And there are some ruins here. No immediate, I was gonna say, no immediate vessel, but there is a seed vessel. It's not giving us anything exciting, but some extra seeds, I guess, never hurt nobody. And now that we're approaching this body of water, we are able to kind of see it in its true glory. And this is glorious indeed. Ooh, and we got a ruin here. I do want to be mindful, just in case there is any more wildlife creeping about. But I'm not seeing anything too crazy. In fact, this is so beautiful, I think we are going to make a thumbnail out of it. Yes, you may have noticed I have updated the thumbnails for our videos, and I'm trying to make them a bit more interesting. So if I type in .gui, you'll see the interface disappears, and I can put this beautiful background behind us, and then if I press escape and open up the menu, the interface comes back, and we are good to go. I did this with a copy of the world. Okay, well, I don't really want to explore this way at all, because this body of water turned into a body of forest, and that's not really what I'm going for. Down here, on the other hand, is a bit of a different story. So now that we've made that ridiculous and somewhat dangerous trek, why don't we make our way back after visiting what appears to be another ruin? Oh, ruin, does your vessel have anything exciting? As a farming vessel, you actually had quite a bit of exciting things. The handbasket I don't really need. I will take the bony soil, just where it's right here. How could I not? There. Perfect. And I do not care about this chirp gravel. So now we'll head back home. And this is a great example of where some skipping may be applicable. So if anything exciting happens, I will see you, but otherwise, enjoy this time lapse of me running in a nearly straight line. Okay, and it looks like we found another ruin here with a seed vessel. So as we break that, we get some onion seeds. Very nice. With those onion seeds out of the way, let us continue our journey. Ooh, okay. Well, we found olivine right off the bat. I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I don't remember what olivine does, but I do believe it is somewhat rare. So let us ask the handbook. Oh, handbook, what does olivine do? That's right, it turns into green glass. So that is very good to have. If we ever wanted some green glass, we have olivine right here. Alright, with that picked out, let us go back on our epic Oh, nice. It looks like we found some more turnips. I know we already have our turnips planted, I believe, but still good to just get a little more turnips, as well as some seeds. And this area looks particularly not fun. So let us make our way out of it. Oh, never mind. Let's make our way deeper in, because there are turnips. I like turnips. We're really gonna have to go bear hunting next episode. Bear and wolf hunting. There's at least one pack of wolves I found, and obviously that bear, and if we could find the other bear that's kind of been taunting us, I think that would be really nice as well. So just while we're over here, yeah, you can see the amount of turnips I already have planted. We may as well drop this stuff off, our extra seeds. So let's get all of you in here. Oh, I was gonna say, I wonder when this meat's gonna rot, because I meant to turn this into other meals, but it's already rotting, so that is entirely on me. I'm just gonna let it continue rotting since it was 70% there. And we're gonna make our way down here and across this water because things look a bit more promising down that way. So I just make my way towards this trader here. And then hopefully we can traverse somewhere. Journey to the north. I had imagined I was going to call this episode, instead of Quest to the North, Quest to the South. Quest to the East, but it looks like it's turned into a Quest for the South. And so I suppose that is what we're going to be getting for an episode instead. Quest for the South. By all the fruit trees. We really do have a lot of fruit trees here, don't we? And potentially no wolves? I didn't really check that part, did I? None that are giving me the heebie-jeebies? Okay, and I do believe we are clear. And now we can begin rafting. I'm just going to get out into the water a little bit, just to make sure we're safe in case there are any predators lurking. And then we can take a look at the map. And oh, what do we spy here? A somewhat flat area over here with a trader, and over here with a trader. Why don't we head towards this trader here? And I will pin him. And then what I'm also going to do is go into third person just so we can look around at this beautiful surrounding. Ooh, we got a rift here. In fact, why don't we even make this another screenshot potential? looks mighty fine if you ask me. So we'll see which one of those makes it as the thumbnail. And you can see the trader poking out in the distance over here. But both this trader spot and the other trader spot looked really promising, so hopefully one of these will make a good home area. And this commute really isn't that bad. Maybe a little monotonous if I was to make it several times, which I would likely have to, but it's not the worst. Yeah, just as we're exploring more and more of this area, it looks promising. Now, don't get me wrong, this vegetation is a lot, and it leaves a lot to be desired. But I can cut these woods back. Cutting the woods back is not a problem. The trader is less than ideal in both of these areas, but at this point I think I just need to settle with what I've got. Yeah, so it just looks like this secluded little valley area with a trader in the middle of it. I mean, we could always throw a house right over here, and we'd have plenty of room in this chunk without even needing to worry about the trader. And we'd have space for a little farm right here. We'd have some ruins. We'd have these woods we can work on cutting back. I'm getting excited thinking about it already. So let's go back into the first person. And I want to really just get up in here because I am holding my torch. And I don't want to lose my torch, so we'll take that raft with us. And now we'll head out to this trader and just see what he has. And after we head out from the trader, we'll head out to that area I was looking at and just see if maybe... Well, this is all birchwood too. Okay, well, why do you exist? Why do you exist, and why do you exist out that way? You're allowed to exist. I have no quarrels with you. But why are they allowed to exist? You know, this is a gorgeous, beautiful area, and there they are, Luxuries Trader. Building materials, I lied. Alright, it's good to see a friendly face. Well met. Got anything to trade? Ooh, polished granite. Don't mind if I do. Brown clay shingles. Red clay bricks. Oh, you are going to be my best friend, good sir. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know where to get red clay. Building materials. I hope they add it at some point, because it would be great to actually build with red clay. Right now you just have to use chert. And that's fine, but it'd be nice if there's something a little more formal. Wow, look at this area right here. I mean, we've got these little lumps right here, but those can be cut down and throw a house right over here, and the trader's over there, but he's far enough away. And where's the area I was actually talking about, like I was looking at? Whoa. We do have this random set of holes or caverns that's less than ideal, but we can work with it, I suppose. Pretty massive cavern. At a glance, I'm not seeing any ruins. So that's something to be mindful of in this area. Nothing over here, I take it. Just some quartz, it looks like. I think I was looking over this way. Yeah, look at how pretty this is. Wow. Yep, look at how pretty this is right here. And over here was really nice too, but it's got these hills that I'd have to terraform, and it sounds like a project for another day if you ask me. But this area right here, I think this might be it, guys. What is this tree here? This tree doesn't look like the other trees. Maybe it's not that exciting, but it looks different. Walnut, okay. I've seen walnut before, but just not a lot of it. Let's take a look at the map. Wow, looks like there's another alcove in here a little bit. That's fine. And I didn't make you brown, did I? You can see it looks like there may be some flat land here, but honestly this flat land looks better than that flat land, and again, we're going to cut back a lot of these woods. We're going to have to go on a bear hunt, and that is unfortunate. I'm going to mark this area as with a star for now. I'm going to do the new home site. And I already know what we're going to build for this new home, and I'd like to construct it before we begin the process of actually moving in. And not before I construct it, but we're going to have to dedicate probably most of an episode to construct it. The rest of this episode is going to be probably questing back homewards. And maybe collecting supplies, but if we collect any supplies, it's going to be the bear essentials. Speaking of bears, I see it right over there. That's really too bad. 2 of them, 2. 1 is bad enough, but for them to be 2, I mean, ouch, ouch, ouch. See, I think this is so much better, you know, because there's actually music in the background and so on. I wasn't really able to hear it, and I know you weren't able to hear it really much at all. As we make this scenic tour home, I will time-lapse you ahead, so I will see you in a few seconds. Alright, here we are at our destination, which is land. So, let's talk a little bit about our house. We're going to need quite a bit of things. We're going to be building a house out of mud brick. We're going to need 12 dark mud brick slabs. We're going to need probably a stack to a stack and a half of dark mud bricks. We're going to need about a stack of light mud brick. We're also going to need a good amount of packed dirt and quite a bit of thatch roofing. And for all that mud brick, we're going to need a ton of grass. And that is why we got very, very lucky with getting those copper hose. We're probably going to burn through both of those actually and just use them to collect grass. As we'll either use it now or use it in the future in the making of this mud brick. I think that we may as well start with the collection of some of this grass, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you into a time lapse, and I will see you once it is either nighttime or we are done with this home. Alright. Wow, and what feels like an absolute eternity later, look at that, we have almost 8 7.5. Yeah, I had to do the math. 7.5 stacks of grass. And there may be more than that just as I run around and pick up some of the scraps here, but we're at roughly 7.5 stacks of grass, and that is going to turn into a heck of a lot of these hay bales, which we are definitely going to need for our roofing as well as for making all these mud bricks, and I hope this should be enough. Next episode is going to be focused on collecting the supplies needed for the house and beginning a transition. We are going to keep this farm here until all of these crops have grown. We will get rid of this farm at that point in time once they've all grown, but as of right now, there's still some growing to do. I do think this is going to bring us to the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you've enjoyed as I've improved just with audio quality and things like that. If you have any comments, please leave them below, positive, negative, any feedback you may have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and so on. And I will see you next time as we begin our great trek for our new place home.